Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Joanna and today I am going to be showing you how we are going to knit a newborn baby's winter vest. So for that we will need two balls of wool. These two balls weigh 25 grams and 25 grams. More or less it will take around 50 grams. So this works out to that. Two balls, but if you have two individual balls it's better. It helps when you're knitting the shoulders. This winter vest we are going to do it all in one. We are going to knit it all in one. We are not going to have two pieces. It's only going to be one complete piece. So two balls of wool you need for it. A pair of number 10 needles. The needles you take according to your wool, which number it will take. Okay, different places have different gauges of needles according to the wool that they use. So I use a pair of number 10 needles. A tapestry needle, an embroidery needle, or a darning needle, whichever one you want to call it, and a pair of scissors. Along with this you will need a crochet hook also. I can't find mine at the moment. Number 10 crochet hook. Yeah, all this we will require, and I will show you gradually as we go ahead with our knitting what we will do with all this. So for now we will cast on 50 stitches for our newborn baby's winter vest. Alright, so let's go ahead and cast on 50 stitches for our newborn baby's winter vest. So I will show you how to cast on also. You take enough yarn in your right hand and enough yarn to cast on your stitches, your 50 stitches. You put down your needles, you make a slip stitch like that, a slip knot. This will act as one stitch. Then you pull it tight, wrap the wool around your finger, hold your knitting needle in whichever hand and whichever way you are comfortable in knitting. Wrap the wool around your thumb, insert your needle into that loop around your thumb, hold it there, put the yarn which is in your hand which you are holding, the yarn which is attached to the ball, you put that around your needle and you bring it in through the center of both the loops, the rings that you have on your finger, and you pull this tight like this. You make one stitch. Now again, this is the shorter end which you are wrapping around your thumb. This is the shorter end. So now you wrap it around your thumb again like that, and you insert your needle here under the loop, under the ring, wool over, pull it through between the two loops, and the thread in your hand you pull it tight like that, the shorter end. So that's how you cast on your stitches. Now we will go ahead and cast on 50 stitches the same way. 50 stitches to a newborn winter vest. Okay, so we will cast on 50 stitches. So you go ahead and cast on 50 stitches and I will meet you there. Now that we have casted on our 50 stitches, that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40, 42, 44, 46, 48 and 50. Now what we will do is, sorry for that, my hand hit the camera. Now what we are going to do is, this piece of yarn which is left, the shorter end, we are going to put our 2 fingers out here, wrap it around the fingers, and then we are going to knot it up like this. Wrap a little bit of yarn around it. This we do so that it doesn't come in our way while we are knitting. It doesn't come into the center of our knitting. Okay. That's it. It will open very easily when you want it to. Now, the yarn which is attached to the ball, we are going to take that yarn and we are going to make 2 purl, 2 plain stitches. That is the knitting that we are going to do the pattern. We are going to do 2 purl, 2 plain. So we will start now with our 2 purl and 2 plain. So you take your needle, you insert it, and you make 2 purl and 2 plain, like that. Then you repeat this pattern. This entire row you will repeat the same pattern, 2 purl, 2 plain. This entire row will be the same, like this. This is all you have to do. Okay, now you go ahead and do this right till the end, and then I will meet you out there. Now that we have finished our first row with our 2 purl, 2 plain, this is what your work will look like. Yes. Now we are going to do the opposite that we done in the first row. We are going to do the same pattern. That is, when you turn your work, this is what we done, 2 purl, 2 plain this side. Okay, so when we turn our work, it's going to be the opposite. So where we done 2 plain, there we'll do 2 purl. The first stitch I always do the opposite of what is there on the needle. So if you want, you can do that, or you can continue straight with your 2 purl, 2 plain. And this is all we are going to do, is 2 purl and 2 plain. Where you have purl, there you will do purl. Where you have plain, there you will do plain. So that goes both ways. So this is all that we are going to do. Okay, and we will do this pattern till about 6 inches. When we reach 6 inches, then we will stop doing 2 purl, 2 plain. See. And as we go up higher, by the time we reach 6 inches, this work that we are doing will all come together. You will see when you do your 6 inches, when you complete 6 inches of your work, you will see. So 2 purl and 2 plain, purl, 2 purl and 2 plain. Okay, so now go ahead and do this, and I will meet you when I complete my 6 inches of my work. All right. So go ahead and do your 2 purl and 2 plain. This is what your work will look like when you reach 6 inches. You can take your measuring tape and you can measure 6 inches. So this is what your work will look like, and you don't have to worry about it fitting your newborn, whether it will be small or big. This stitch has a stretch to it, so if you pull it like this, it'll still fit a bigger baby. And if you let it go, this stitch is done for a winter vest, so that it clings to the body. But don't forget to put on cotton vest underneath this. Some babies have reaction to the yarn. Okay, so this is the first part that we are going to be doing. Now after we reach about 6 inches, we will go ahead and just simply knit. There is no pattern, no design, no two purl, two plain, just simply knit. And that part we will knit. This is the body, the chest part that we are going to be forming, and the part of the armholes. We don't cast off for the armholes, we only just simply knit. Okay, so go ahead and knit around an inch or so. From here up you can measure around 1 inch or 1.5 inch, depends upon how broad you want the chest portion to be, and how much you have to take the armholes also into consideration. Okay, because we are not casting off for the armholes, so this portion and the shoulders are all going to come into the armhole section. So from here up to the neck we will knit around 1.5 inch. Okay, so go ahead and just simply knit. When you do your plain knitting, when you just go ahead and do plain knitting, you will get a ridge like this that will come both sides. When you turn your work and you do plain knitting the next side, then you'll get a ridge this side. So if you don't want to measure or anything, you can count those ridges. I normally count the ridges. I don't bother about looking for a measuring tape to measure and all. I just count the ridges that come. I knit around 8 ridges to the neck. So you go ahead and count, make these ridges that will come. You count them. You should have 8 ridges. So you go ahead and do your plain knitting, and I will meet you later. This is what your work will look like when you do your knit pattern. You will only have these plain ridges. So if you count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Your 8 ridges is around 1 inch. This portion is around 1 inch. See, you take your, even if you measure it, it comes to an inch. Okay. So you can count these ridges. You should make around 8 ridges. You can make as many, it depends upon how big your baby is. So you can make around 8 ridges. You can make 10 ridges. It depends. Okay. But this will fit a newborn baby. This winter vest that we are making, this will fit a newborn baby. Okay. Now what we are going to do is, we are going to cast off in the center. We are going to cast off 14 stitches in the center. We are going to be forming the neck part now. So we are going to knit 18 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. You can go ahead and make sure that you have 18 stitches. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 and 18. Okay, now we are going to cast off the 14 stitches. So how we are going to cast off is, we are going to knit one, knit the other one, take the back stitch over, pull it over the front stitch, and that we have casted off one. So 1, again back stitch, pull it over the front stitch, that's 2, knit, back stitch, pull it over the front stitch, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now after we've casted off 14 stitches in the center, we will count the stitches on our left hand needle. That's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 and this is 18. Okay, 17 and 18. Now we are going to knit this portion. We are just going to go ahead and knit it. This is all we are going to do is knit. Now we will turn our work. So we have two sides. Now we have the right side and we have the left side, or the left side and the right side, whichever one you want it. Okay. So now what we're going to do is, we are going to join our second ball of yarn to this side, because this side already has the yarn. I normally knit both the shoulders, both the sides together, so there is no uneven knitting over there. It will not come high and low. It will come exactly the same. Whatever you do at this end, you will do at this end, and whatever you cast off over here, you will cast off over here at the same time. Okay, and we will always cast off on the right side. For example, this right now is my right side. When I am coming back, I will cast off out here. When I am coming back from this side, then I will cast off out here. So this we are shaping the neck portion. You don't have to worry about it being big or small. The bigger the better, so it goes over the baby's head easily. Okay, so now we are going to join our second ball of wool out here. So how we are going to do that, I will show you when we reach here. So just go ahead and knit. And if you like my knitting, please do like, subscribe and share. And if you have any questions, please leave a comment in the comment section and I will get back to you. Now we have reached the other side. Now what we are going to do is, we are going to take a second ball of yarn, which I had said that we will be using 2 balls. So our second ball of yarn, and we are going to join it out here. So how will we join it? At the same time we will be decreasing one stitch. So how will we decrease? We will take the wool this side. This is your back, this thing, wrong side, okay? Whichever side this little piece of tassel is that we have tied, which when it comes on this side, then this is your right portion. When it is on your left side, then this is your wrong side, okay? That is how I differentiate between right and wrong side, because all these tassels that are coming along these tails, we are going to have to sew it in, okay? We're going to have to stitch it in. So now this is the yarn which we're going to have to attach and decrease. So we are going to hold this end, the shorter end, with our thumb, and with our needle we are going to insert it in 2 stitches together. Going to insert it. This yarn we're going to keep held here. Wrap the wool around your needle and pull it through like that. That is it. You have decreased one. Now we have 17 stitches on the needle. This is how you are going to decrease. Okay. And after we decrease one, we will knit the entire row. We will only decrease once when we are coming back. Okay. So we have decreased on one side. Now we will decrease on this side when we are coming back. Turn your work. Now this is the side which we had decreased, and this is the side which we are going to decrease now when we come back to this corner. So it is easier to use 2 balls of wool rather than knitting it individually, the shaping of the neck. Okay. You just have to keep a track on which side you have decreased and which side is left. That is all you have to keep a track on. This stitch that is loose out here, you catch the tail which we had joined and pull it tight a little, so it will keep its this thing position. Okay. And then later on when we finish our knitting and we are sewing up the sides and everything, then we will tack this in. I will show you how to do this. Okay. So now the next side we will take our yarn to the other side, wrap it round our finger, and now we will take 2 stitches from the back side. We will not decrease from the front. We will not decrease this way from inside the stitches. We will decrease from outside of the stitches from the back stitch. We will put our needle through the center of the stitches and we will pull up a stitch like that, and then we will knit through. This is all we're going to do, and most probably I will have to make a second part to this pattern. So up to a certain point I will explain in this part 1, and the balance I will make a part 2 and I will explain it to you. Okay. So this is how we decrease every time. Every time we come back, we decrease. Then we turn our work and we come back, we decrease. Okay. So right now we are coming back. We have finished decreasing. We have turned our work, and now we are going to decrease on the opposite side. We will always decrease on the opposite side. This side we will knit because we have finished decreasing. Now we have come to the other side and we are going to decrease again. We will continue decreasing like this till we have 12 stitches on both sides on our needle. Okay, again 2 stitches together and then we will knit. We will continue decreasing till we have 12 stitches on both sides of our shoulder or chest. Those 12 stitches will form our shoulders. Okay, we will knit those 12 stitches for around 4 ridges or 5 ridges depending upon your baby's size, how big your baby is. Okay, so but this is for a newborn. So we will continue decreasing on the right side of every time we turn our work. Okay, if we are coming back, we will decrease this way, this side. Every time when we are coming back, we will decrease this side till we have 12 stitches on both sides. 12 stitches here, 12 stitches here. Now go ahead and decrease and I will meet you at the end where we have 12 stitches on both sides. And now that we have decreased, I have decreased, your work is going to look like this. This is what it will look like. So now I have 12 stitches here and 12 stitches here. Now what we are going to do is we are going to knit. We are not going to decrease anymore. This is your shoulders that we are going to be for this knitting. Okay, these 12 stitches will form your shoulders, the space for your shoulders. All right, so we are going to go ahead and we are going to knit around 4 to 5 ridges, same like this. And how you can count them is you will see where this portion ends, the V that we have been decreasing, it kind of forms a V or a U, whatever you want to call it. So from there onwards, the next ridge that coming from over here, coming up, you will count 4 ridges or 6 ridges, as many as you decide. Okay, so you go ahead and you just knit. You turn your work and you knit again. You continue knitting like this till you have your 4 to 6 ridges that you have. Alright, and I will meet you at the end to show you what we do next. So now when you reach your desired length of your shoulders that you want to make, this is what your work will look like. So you can count your ridges. This is where your casting off ends. From here 1 2 3 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have done 8 ridges. You do maximum as many as you can do, because when we start the neck, the back portion of this is the front portion. When we start the back portion is slightly higher than the front portion. So when you bend your work like this to set your back portion, or when we are sewing it together, the back portion, the neck will be slightly higher, will be that a little higher, 2 rows or 3 rows higher. So your shoulder should be enough that we are able to bend it and it doesn't look like this. Okay, so bend it till a certain length, so this thing.